egg collecting mania as a kid to start with.
No, well, as I say, they'd be locked up if they did. Because it's actually illegal, I think, isn't it now?
Oh, it must have been.
But no, I think it's a shame that too many of them perhaps leap into the twitching thing, which is like chasing all over the country looking for rare birds every time they get a chance, rather than going to a local place and work it. Because there's nowhere to go, is there, if you've seen anything rare by the time you're about 12.
But there's a certain kick about seeing it locally, isn't there? You know?
Yeah. And I still find something like that, you know, I haven't seen a whitethroat that well, I suppose, you know, for a year or two, actually. You actually see one up there and you think, well, that's a common bird in a sense, but it's something that makes today special, just to see something like that.
Yeah. Well, there's such a reward about it, but I mean, if you've got to have hyper rarities, you're going to stay on a high all the time rushing about,
exactly.
Yeah. Perhaps you grow out of that as well as egg collecting.
Then you get into something else, you mean dragonfly spotting or whatever it is.
Pick up beetles, they're not so fast.
These are the Point Dunes, just about the highest part of Spurn. Not the easiest stuff to walk on, but it does get you high enough to see birds passing. The dune plants are worth a look as well. Sea buckthorn makes a dense scrub in places. Birds love its orange berries. Ragwort's a common weed, but here it's not a pest. Spring beauty, a rare flower. Sea holly, real spiky stuff. Storksbill, a snack for rabbits. Marram grass, the first arrival, binds the loose sand together and builds the dunes, a real pioneer. Once the sand's firm, sea lime grass joins in with its blade-shaped leaves. On the end of Spurn, the only resident people are the famous lifeboat crew and their families, with coastguards and Humber pilots who work there. The coastguard tower's a good vantage point, and that's where we're going. The modern coastguard tower was built in the 1970s, a real improvement on the old quarters. And the pilots are always busy. 26,000 ships use the Humber every year. The coastguards often see foxes, roe deer and good birds from here, but I doubt we'll be so lucky today.
This is cruelty to bird watchers.
That's right. It's the high point of any visit to Spurn, is this?
Is that a bad pun? I think it was.
I think it's an even worse one. We're getting a rise out of it.
Very good.
There we are. The top.
So this is what, an active coastguard tower, is it?
That's right, yes. It's just going out of use on a permanent, regular basis.
Yeah.
It's quite new, as you can see, of course.
It's actually like a terrific woodland hide, because you've got... I mean, this is like a complete new island. I should think a lot of people come to Spurn and never even get down this bit.
That's right. They never even see it beyond that car park.
No.
I think the funniest observation of all on birds was the other spring an osprey flew past the tower and they telephoned Barry in time for him to see it at the observatory. And that's cooperation, if you like.
Michael, I know this is going to be a heretical question, but I mean, we've come to a place which looks like a strange cross between a bomb site and a rubbish tip, half of it. It's covered in nasty buckthorn, which can give you the most appalling injuries. And on top of that, we haven't seen a flipping bird all day. So, and yet you've obviously got an enormous affection for this place. Can you put that into words?
Oh, yeah, Billy. I mean, to be straight, it's magic, really. But, I mean, just think about it. The potential's there. There are people come to Spurn. I mean, they look around and they go off. They say, there's now there. But sand and buckthorn. But sand and buckthorn are the ingredients of a happy life. God, if there was sand and buckthorn all over the world, it'd be a better world. Well, it'd be more like Spurn.
It'd be a more peaceful world.
It is magic. It's magic also to think that one day it won't be here.
Yes.
Sometime in the past, there were people who lived the whole of their lives without knowing a Spurn. I feel lucky to have known one. And every time you come here, I think you get something out of it. Now, I mean, it might not be good birds. Might be a plant that's in flower. Might even be a family of foxes down there if we're lucky. But I think, you know, there's a certain privilege in being around on the same bit of land that's going one day to disappear.
Yeah.
And I must say, I've been coming long enough now to feel that I know nearly every grass blade. But there's always surprises round the corner.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, with a bit of luck.
I'll come back tomorrow then. We've got a few hours, mind you.
Yeah, but
Hello.
it's quite warm
It's
here.
Barry.
Hello, it is.
Something in
Hello,
the bag.
Barry, what have you got?
A cuckoo.
Oh,
That's
nice.
better than nothing.
Sheep being
What a
ringed.
service. You bring the birds to us.
Yes.
Are you going to ring it here?
I'll sit down and
Oh,
come
let's-
here. Want to have a bit of comfort.
Right, let's sit down and have a look. Where'd you catch it? Just up
In
the
the
road?
alarm trap.
Ah,
Rings this.
There was one around there this morning, wasn't there?
yeah.
That'd be the same one, I think.
Is it a female?
Yes.
Oh, it was a female up there this morning because it was still begging to that meadow pippin.
How can you tell it's a female?
By the brown on the breast
Yeah,
just here.
yeah.
I'll just get a ring put on it.
Is it a ring? Yep.
Before you let it go.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Is it a first year bird?
Yes.
Yeah.
Spurn's
Yeah, it looks-
famous for cuckoos, isn't
Oh,
it?
aye.
Uh-huh. She had, what was it, Oriental cuckoo?
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Which was the first for Britain, if it's
Yeah, that's
accepted.
And then another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, that's
Go.
beautiful,
He's
yeah.
going to sit there and pose.
Go on, lady, go back to your mum, see if Meadow Pippet's going to
Stop
feed
posing.
you. Oh,
There you
nice. Look at that. Oh, that was great, that's a treat.
Finally fly all the way back to the warren.
Yeah. I suppose
That'd
the
be
great
interesting
thing
to
about
see.
you two is you've both had a new bird for Britain, haven't you? I mean, you had
A long
Alice's
time.
reed
Alice's
bunting.
reed bunting. That's the most boring bird in the world. Yeah.
And Barry's got Oriental Cuckoo if the records go through the committee.
Yeah.
Quite. Yes.
Well, that's the sort of bird watcher's dream in a way, isn't it?
It
Sort
is
of, you
really,
know,
yes.
something-
Yeah, but I have to carry on dreaming. I haven't seen anything as good as that.
You will, you're young.
Oh, thanks. I'll treasure that.
Listen, you've got about a couple of hours left. You tried today.
Right, that was nice, Barry.
Thank you very
Nice
much.
to see
You're
you.
welcome. Oh, that's super. That's lovely.
See you later.
Go and catch a better one now.
Yeah.
See you in a
Go and
minute.
catch an Oriental.
For companion. Great stuff for walking on. 1 step forward and 3 steps back.
That's
isn't it?
right. Anyway, we're nearly there now.
This is the very tip of Yorkshire, right?
That's it, just out there. That's where it all ends, Yorkshire's last fling.
And Lincolnshire begins, just
That's
across the
right,
Humber.
Yellow
Just
Belly
that's it.
country down there in
I
the
didn't
haze.
say that, you did.
Anyway, it's been your first visit to Spurn. What's your first impressions for birds, nature reserve, or just a good local patch?
Yeah, well, it's the last thing that really appeals to me. You've hit it exactly, because I know I was a little bit rude about it today, but I didn't mean to be. Because actually, I recognise this as the ideal sort of local patch, which is somewhere that's, it's like a false island, isn't it? So you can say, well, that's where it ends, but within it, there's all sorts of variety, and some of it looks quite unpromising, but I know it isn't. And so it's going to take you ages to find out the best spots, you know, and that's, to me, that's ideal bird watching spot, yeah.
I think you made a good start. You've had the best bird this week.
Ah, but you didn't film it.
No, that's true.
That was a woodlark, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's right.
Early morning before anybody else was up, just feeding down there in front. And it's, yeah, that's enough to make a day. It's
Hope
terrific.
you'll come back again.
I definitely will, definitely. And thanks for asking me, actually.
Slip and slither there.
Time for a last scamper around.
Next time he comes, he might see a little hawk. He'd like that. Everything turns up at Spurn eventually.
It's roost time.
Next Monday at 6:30.